So the other day I got this email which I thought I would read to you in case you can relate to this. This lady says, "Whenever I try to stop drinking, my husband is really negative about it. He drinks much less than me and doesn't understand why I can't just have one or two like him. I know he wants me to be happy, but he's always so skeptical about me trying to quit. He's even bought me wine in the past when I've said I'm not drinking. How do I deal with his complete lack of support at home?" I have actually talked before about quitting drinking when your partner isn't interested and you are doing this all on your own. So I will link to that video underneath this one if you want to check it out. I thought I'd return to this topic today because in the email, what's being described here is actually something slightly different and it's something I hear about quite often. What we're talking about here is really your partner being openly negative, skeptical and unsupportive about you stopping. They're like the exact opposite of a cheerleader and perhaps even carry on buying you drinks even when you've told them no and you don't want them. So why does this happen? Well, personally, I don't think it's because the guy in this email is worried about losing a drinking buddy. I mean, that can happen, but I don't think that's the case here. And I also don't think it's because this guy really wants his wife to fail. He's not thinking, ha ha ha, let's sabotage her. I am working on the assumption that this is a nice man who cares about his wife. And she says in here, like, I know he wants me to be happy. But here's the thing. This man will have seen his wife try to quit drinking many times before. He'll have watched her try and fail to stop and beat herself up. He'll have been there when she has a bad day and then gets really grumpy because she can't drink over it. He'll have gone out for a meal with her and felt confused because before they left, she said she wasn't drinking, but then she ordered wine and bought some more on the way home. So then he's not really sure if this sobriety thing is a permanent thing or not. And if he goes out and buys alcohol for himself, should he get her some? Would she kind of like it if he did that, or would she be annoyed? Who knows? If your husband or wife has watched you quit drinking many, many times and seen you struggle and moan and want to stay at home and not do anything so you're not tempted, then it kind of makes sense that they are not going to be super excited to hear that you're going down that road again. And for them, the quicker they can get you to the giving up point, the quicker things can kind of go back to normal. If you're in a similar situation to this, I think it's actually really important to look at your role in all of this and look at perhaps where you've set your partner up to respond in a certain way. Because unless you've been going into this saying, hey, husband, wife, partner, whoever, hey, other person, you know what? I'm going to do this really loving thing for myself and take a break from drinking. I'm really excited about it and I'm looking forward to figuring out how to manage my life differently. And I totally believe in myself. If it hasn't been that way, then don't expect them to be excited and positive. The other thing I need to say is this. Your success should not depend on them being a super pumped cheerleader for you. You don't ever want to be in a situation where you need that from them. You never want your success to hinge on someone else behaving in a certain way, being fully on board and basically doing your emotional work. The tough truth is that the person who should be giving you the most positive comments and cheerleading is you. So really think about that. If your inner self-talk is often, I don't know if this is going to work, this is always going to be really hard, I always screw this up, well then you need to work on that rather than looking to someone else to step in and provide that for you. So have a look at that internal chatter. once that is a bit more dialed in and a bit more patient and compassionate, and when you are supporting you properly, then your reaction to raised eyebrows and skepticism is just going to be whatever. You just watch me figure this out. I can't wait to prove you wrong. You won't be so affected by their response because you're not asking them to fire up the belief train. You're already on it and you're driving that. So, whilst there can be other reasons why people are unsupportive or skeptical, often a lukewarm response comes from what's happened before, what we've trained them to anticipate. And I can't tell you how many women have joined my course with partners who are very unsupportive. Their partners are worried. They can't believe their wife is doing an online course and really investing in this and getting their hopes up. But once they start to see that change in their other half, once they notice that their partner seems to be thinking differently, feeling better and having more self-belief, well, then suddenly they do become a believer. And when they realize that they are starting to get the real you back, the version of you that they fell in love with, the version of you who is a brilliant person but has just been struggling to shine through those horrible hangovers, well, then they're going to tell you, okay, don't stop. Whatever it is you're doing over there, don't you quit doing that. So I'm Kate B. Wherever you're watching this, please scroll down and leave a comment for me. Let me know what you think about this and what your experience is with your partner. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you have a great week.